ACC Big Ten Challenge presented by 989 Sports. The ACC with a win tonight by Georgia Tech, last night by NC State, already up 2-0, trying to win this challenge for the 6th consecutive year. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Cameron. Great to have you with us. Dan Shulman and Dick Vitale with you. Michigan State and Duke. We've got two of the heavyweights in college basketball.
Wow, I can't read. I'm a little excited already. Coach K, Tommy Izzo, unbelievable. Two of the great programs in college hoops going head-to-head. Now we find out how really good they are. It's been a hostess special. Cupcake City. They've blown away opposition. But now it's chemistry time. You get a true evaluation. This is not phys ed, baby. It's chemistry 101. You find out how good you really are.
Duke won by 22 up in East Lansing last year. Tonight, can Michigan State get a little revenge? If they do, Paul Davis will have to have a big game.
Well, Paul Davis certainly could be a dominant force. He has not been as effective as they like early in the year, but it's against no competition. Tonight he will have competition against Mr. Williams, who can block shots and score in the post.
Tom Izzo in his 10th year as head coach at Michigan State, 12 years, and as an assistant before that. As you can see, he has never been Duke, but what a legacy he has brought to Michigan State in the last 10 years. And how about Mike Krzyzewski now in his 25th season as head coach at Duke? And of course, Dick, so much talk. We'll get into a little bit later about the Lakers offer, but he decides to stay, and all of Durham and all of college basketball happy about that.
Was never a doubt in my mind, never a doubt, man, that he was going to leave. He fits this puzzle to perfection, just like Tom Izzo fits to perfection up there in East Lansing, and he said no to the Hawks.
The FedEx starting lineups, all 5 starters back from a year ago for Michigan State. Some changes for Duke. Luol Deng is gone. Chris Duhon is gone. A lot of talent for the Blue Devils, but not a lot of depth. These are two teams, both 3-0. Both have had some lopsided wins, especially Michigan State. And we're going to find out a lot about these two teams here in Cameron tonight.
I think one of the key players for Michigan State could be on the pine right now. Drew Neitzel. One of their real dilemmas last year was point guard play. The ability to finish the basketball and break defenses down. Neitzel can do that.
Chris Hill will start at the point, bring up Allen Anderson, who just missed the layup, to play forward instead of handling the ball. Ewing from the wing. Bring up at Duke.
He can flat out shoot the basketball. I thought last year he's one of the most underrated guards in the nation. It's his time to star this year.
He is a senior. Here's Davis trying to package Shatner. Rebound Williams.
You made a great point, man. The one major problem facing Duke is going to that bench.
They only have 8 recruited scholarship players, and Mike Krzyzewski is still tinkering and experimenting, trying to figure out his best lineup, his best substitution pattern. The ball is out of bounds to Michigan State. And Coach K told us just a little while ago, Dick, forget about a 1 and a 2 and a 3. He said, we're going to break some basketball rules this year in order to find out the best Duke team, the best lineup he could put out on the floor.
Well, the bottom line is a lot of coaches wish they could have his top 6 players. I can flat out tell you that.
Here's Shannon Brown, an explosive athlete. The sophomore pulls up from 12, back rim, and rebound to Dockery, who's going to get a lot of time at the point. He and Ewing will both have responsibilities. Ewing to miss on the feed from Reddick, and the rebound ripped down by Paul Davis, who had his toughest game of last season against Duke. Chris Hill buries a 3, and we're tied.
He's one of the great three-point shooters in college basketball. He's on my all-ATT team. He can flat out stroke the 3.
He led the Big Ten in made three-pointers last year with 84. And again, he'll be a point guard sometimes and an off guard sometimes. Both of these teams, Dick, versatile. J.J. Reddick, deep 3.
I'll tell you, he can shoot the jumper. We know that. Nobody got back defensively.
This is the dunk.
You got to score there. A little bit late recognizing the open man.
Ewing forces the action, and he draws the foul. Looks like it'll be on Anderson. Mike Wood with the call. He's joined by Larry Rose and Jamie Lundy officiating tonight's game.
Solid glue on the game here. As you said, in the opener last year when they played in the ACC Big Ten, Duke just dominated. Took the Izzo crowd out of the game. Just absolutely dominated. He was really the best guy. Tom Izzo after the game.
That's by Daniel Ewing, the senior out of Missouri City, Texas, the MVP of the ACC tournament 2 years ago. ago, played injured a lot last season. Look at Duke's non-conference record here at home under Mike Krzyzewski. Their last non-conference loss came to St. John's in February of 2000.
And as Mike Jarvis is in the studio now.
That's right.
Mike Jarvis and Digger. I want to have a 2-on-2 matchup. Jarvis and Digger against Mr. Majerus and Mr. Lavin. My buddies on Majerus, they couldn't handle him in the post.
7-3 Duke, 1-2 from the line for Ewing. Good pressure here as Duke extends.
Good job of jumping out. Good ball pressure. That's a trademark of Duke. Play hard on the defensive end.
Shannon Brown gets inside, no good. Follow is good for Davis, who has vowed publicly this year, Dick, to average a double-double. He says that's within his grasp.
Well, he should have done it last year. He averaged 15 a game and about 7 rebounds. He should get 10 rebounds a game with his ability.
Double team on Sheldon Williams. He knocks his man to the ground, misses the layup, and it's out of bounds to Michigan State. The Spartans coming in with 3 lopsided victories. Florida A&M, Wisconsin, Green Bay, and Nicholls State as you take another look. And Dick, in all 3 of those games, granted against weaker opposition, in all 3 games, Michigan State has scored more than 100 points.
Well, you know, he's earned the right to play some of those cupcakes after what he did last year with the incredible schedule with Kansas and Kentucky and Duke and all the people he played early last year.
Tonight, or actually last night when they practiced here, the first time Tom Izzo or any of his players had ever set foot in Cameron Indoor Stadium. Alan Anderson drains a 3, and the Spartans are up 1.
Great job, 2-man basketball. Ball goes to the post. They give help on the post, and then bring the ball back outside.
Reddick spins, a little bit strong. Rebound in numbers now for Michigan State. Brown,
Nice job.
Hill.
Great job in transition. Really getting out of the break. Very athletic. Not a big basketball team. Got a couple guys on the bench that are going to help them with size. David Rowley.
Yeah, and Kelvin Torbert, a 6'4 guard, is going to come off the bench this year, or at least is now as the 6th man, and he's their leading scorer through the first 3 games.
I think the key for Duke this year, if they're going anywhere, is number 42, Shavlik Randolph. He has to show not only flashes of brilliance, but consistency.
Injured in his first year, coming off surgery last year. He's healthy now, and he's open for 3, but it's not there for him. And the rebound brought down by Brown. Davis running the floor, beats Randolph down.
They're doing an excellent job. Michigan State advancing the ball rather than off dribbling by passing the basketball in transition, beating Duke down, and Duke doing a subpar job in defensive transition.
Dick, it's a 9-0 run right now for Michigan State, not looking intimidated one little bit by the atmosphere here in Cameron tonight.
Well, they're not going to be intimidated. That's just not going to happen under Tom Izzo.
They've played in the last 3 years. This senior class has played at Syracuse, at Kansas, at Kentucky, Florida. Baseline jumper for Williams. So the Spartans have basically played in about every tough environment you can. We've got a timeout on the floor, 4.5 minutes in. Michigan State getting out and running the floor beautifully. They lead Duke by 3.
Get the ESPN Full Court College Basketball pay-per-view package. Order now.
Breakfast Club Toaster. Sonic's got it, others don't. Try a new Breakfast Club Toaster sandwich. Made with egg, cheese, tomato, ham, and bacon on Sonic's thick Texas toast. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
Shave your beard, not your face. Introducing the new Norelco Cool Skin Shaver. Close as a blade with less irritation.
It's green apple gone silver. Introducing Bacardi Silver Low Carb Green Apple Premium Malt Beverage. 4.5 grams of carbs and 94 calories. Never tasted so good. Bacardi Silver. Flavor your night.
Oh man, there's a line.
Dockers Pro Style. Shirts and pants that do it all.
Dad's giving Mom the present we got at K. Mom likes it. Wow, she really likes it.
A gift from K Jewelers means every diamond is hand-selected to match beautifully.
I think they're gonna kiss now.
I think you're right.
Every kiss begins with K.
When I'm on the field, I want to perform at the top of my game. When I'm off the field, I want to do the same. That's why I use Red Zone deodorant. It's the longest lasting deodorant from Old Spice, and its scent lasts longer than the other guys, so you smell great all day. Try it. If you don't like it, Old Spice will buy you a stick or something else. Hey, I don't always win, but that doesn't stop me from trying. Red Zone deodorant from Old Spice.
Drink variety. Sonic's got it, others don't. Make Sonic your morning drink stop and choose from thousands of different flavor combinations. Start your day with a fresh Sonic Sunrise or come in for our classic cherry limeade. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
Back here at Cameron, Dan Schulman, Dick Vitale with you. Tom Izzo, Spartans leading Duke early by 3. Let's go down to court level now and join the third member of our team, Doris Berg. Doris?
Dan, Michigan State's Tom Izzo says, listen, I have 6 starters, but somebody's got to come off the bench. For him, that's senior Kelvin Torbert, who over the course of his career has done a phenomenal job improving his shooting. You look from his freshman year, just 40%. This season, up above 60%. His ability to shoot the perimeter jump shot, so valuable to this team. And Sean Dockery on the other side, guys, known primarily as a defender his first 2 years, 1,000 jump shots a day over the summer. He hopes to improve on a 19% career three-point shooting team. Somebody's got to give them some scoring besides Reddick and Ewing, guys.
I'll tell you, Doris, he's already improved a little last year. He's 3 for 25 shooting the three. Dockery, and he knocked out 3 big ones against Davidson. He really put the challenge to do.
There's still calls for the foul, doesn't like the call. Subs in for both teams as Dockery has gone to the bench. He's already made 5 threes this year after making only 3 all of last year. And with Duhan gone, Dockery's going to get some major minutes this year. He has just come out. Melchione is into the game now for Duke, number 13.
He can stroke the ball. His dad played at Duke. Gary, his uncle was Bill, was a heck of a shooter way before your time at Villanova. Then played for the Nets.
Also on the floor for Duke with the ball right now, number 21, DeMarcus Nelson, a freshman out of Elk Grove, California, and the state of California's all-time leading high school scorer.
Zone defense right now, I think it's very difficult to zone Duke. They have too many good perimeter players and too many good outside shooters.
Melchione can stroke it from outside the lefty. It should have been a kick ball, but no. And Michigan State comes up with it. The floater by Torbert will drop. A break there for State. I thought they could have reset the shot clock down to the other end.
Advantage and an opportunity. Torbert off the bench, one of the premier super 6 men. We saw it great with the other night. DJ Strawberry down there with Maryland.
See the practice on the floor now for Michigan State.
He hit a big shot 2 years ago to beat Kentucky.
Torbert off the hill. We've yet to see Drew Neitzel. Here's good position inside by Davis. Blocked by Sheldon Williams. Davis fighting hard with the answer, and he'll go to the line as well.
Great second effort rather than hang his head and pout after being rejected on the initial attempt. Stayed with it and took the ball aggressively to the basket. There it is. Williams has got the great leverage to block that shot. Good balance. But Davis stays with it and takes it aggressively to the basket. As Williams with a great block shot. And now there is the move by Davis, the aggressive move to the goal.
The foul on Nelson is first. This is what Tom Izzo has been wanting on a consistent basis from Paul Davis. As now Neitzel checks into the game for Michigan State. Get tough, get beat, get after it, and show that ability that you have on a consistent night-in, night-out basis.
Nice start by Michigan State. I think this is the kind of start that they could plan that they would like to have. You see that here in the paint, the zip. It was surprising that they showed it.
Remember, Duke led this game 7-3, so it's a 14-2 run right now for Michigan State.
And it's a confidence booster. This is something they need psychologically after being absolutely humiliated last year at home.
Davis stood his ground, and here comes Neitzel. Mr. Basketball, the state of Michigan, a year ago, said he wanted to be a Spartan from the time he was a little kid. Turnaround by Torbert. No, tip is good by Davis.
I'll tell you, Davis is having a come-out party. They said he was absolutely ineffective in his first 3 games. They said he was a disappointment, was the term they used with us. It's what they expect. Their standard of excellence for him is so high.
Davis has already done more statistically in this game than he did in the Duke game.
He walked, looked at his pivot foot. A little bit rattled right now offensively, Duke. Davis really a factor here early in the game. We're going to watch him work the glass. Little turnaround jumper by Torbert. Now look at him right here. Gets good inside position. Nobody blocks him out.
Dick, last year, in the 22-point loss to Duke, Paul Davis had 7 points and 3 rebounds called it the low point of his career. Already tonight in 7 minutes, he's got 9 points and 4 rebounds.
I'd say that's a turnaround. I'd say that's a kid that's going to be a major factor, one of the premier big men in the Big Ten.
Knights will be defended by Dockery, a very good off-the-ball defender. Now hands it off. Delco Rowley, number 50, has taken Davis's place in the middle. Michigan State generally not a very big team, but they do have superior depth to Duke.
Well, they're getting size from Rowley and certainly name it when they bring him in. They say Rowley's really improved.
Torber having trouble handling it. Ager. Shannon Brown from 18. The rebound is Sheldon Williams.
Sheldon Brown played with D. Brown. What a matchup tomorrow. D. Brown and Williams.
Foul on Neitzel, who was not a part of this game last year when Duke went up to East Lansing and absolutely rolled over the Spartans 72-50. Michigan State kept turning it over. And that's why many, and you're among them, think that if Neitzel can develop, he's not going to be a starter, or at least he's not right now. But if he can give him 20 minutes a game at the point, he's the first pure point guard they've had here in about 3 years.
Well, since they have a team please, and what it allows him to do is put Brazil where he really should be at the second guard slot, utilizing that great shooting ability.
Neitzel, by the way, is wearing the team please's old number 12.
What a winner he was on a collegiate level. Just had that winner's mentality.
Reggie Love, number 30, is the game now for Duke.
He gets you back to the game quickly. He gets you back. He can really stroke that chain, my friend.
Second three of the night for Redding. Now a turnover.
That's a lot of control right there. That's 6 turnovers in an opening game. They came back strong the last 2. Had like 11 assists and 2 turnovers combined in the last 2 games.
The Michigan State coach tells us he's not a big guy. He's 170. He's physically tough, and even more than that, he's mentally tough.
Tough task right now.
Nelson on 3. Look at Reggie Love in there, battling for the rebound and drawing the foul. If the name is familiar, 3 years ago he walked onto the basketball team, was a member of the football team, has come back to play hoops this year, and he's given the Blue Devils a lift right here.
Wendy's founder, Dave Thomas, spent a lot of time talking to customers, so he knew you had a passion for hot and spicy. And that's why Wendy's brought it back. Our wild mountain chicken sandwich with Wendy's spicy chicken filet and its fiery blend of peppers and spices, made even spicier with a hot and smoky southwestern pepper sauce and topped with Colby Jack cheese and bacon. It's the way Dave would have done it. So what are you waiting for? Wendy's. It's better here. Wendy's pickup window is open till midnight or later.
Say cheese!
Take Grandma's hint. She wants a digital camera from Staples. And now get a free accessory kit and coupon book worth over $225 with each camera purchase.
Staples. That was easy.
This holiday, give the gift of laughter. The Happy Gilmore and Billy Madison collection at an incredible low price. Loaded with outrageous new bonus materials. It's the perfect gift. On DVD at an incredible low price.
When it comes to shipping, talk is cheap. Mistakes aren't. Ron's got the horsepower. They've got the planes, the technology. Truth is, I don't care how they do it. I just care that my packages get there on time. Hey, all I ask for is perfection. Other than that, I'm pretty easy.
UPS delivers more packages on time than anyone. UPS, what can Brown do for you?
There comes a time when a hero must either accept his destiny or walk away from it. Must either fight or set his gun aside. This is that time. And this is that hero. The other guy? Join Jack and Daxter in their final adventure. The end of an epic. Rated T for Teen.
Back here in Durham, a 19-12 lead for Michigan State. A different state team so far that we saw against the Blue Devils last year. And maybe that's because we're seeing a different Paul Davis here tonight.
He's been a dominant force early in the game. He's been the major factor attacking the basket. Great tip. He's been aggressive on the offensive boards. Now he's sitting on the sideline, a little assistant coach. You don't need him as an assistant coach. You need him up there in the court.
9 points, 4 rebounds already. For more on the Michigan State big man, down to court level again in Doris.
Well, Dan, you talked about his disappointment after in last year's Duke game. It was from that point forward that he and Coach Izzo started meeting once a week to discuss life on and off the basketball court. As a turnover here by Duke. On and off the basketball court to try to get to know one another. It appears, guys, they're 180 degrees from one another. The typically stoic Davis, the fiery Izzo. But through those meetings, they've gotten a little bit closer, guys.
I tell you, it's reminiscent of John Calipari and some of the meetings with Sean Banks. By the way, did you hear about Calipari Sunday? He busted out of practice. I'm out of here. You guys are on your own. I'm frustrated, aggravated. By the way, Memphis, they're going to hire Mike Fratello. Take that to the bank. Sign deal. Nice backdoor.
And a block is caught underneath on Shavlik. Randolph, and that last foul at the other end was on Randolph, so he's picked up 2 quick fouls, and here's where Duke's lack of depth is going to be tested when the bigs get early foul trouble.
There's the backdoor cut. He comes over defensively. Nice backdoor cut. They catch Redick staring at the ball. There's the ball blocked.
Now Sheldon Williams has to come back in, and Randolph goes out.
Well, remember what Mike told us before the game. He said, I'm not going to go by the coaching philosophy.
Right.
The guy has 2 of them, still going to play him in the first half.
Out of bounds off Shannon Brown, and that's what we meant earlier when we said Mike Krzyzewski said he's going to break some of the so-called rules of basketball because he's only got 8 recruited scholarship players and only 2 of them are true big men. He's going to have to improvise this year.
And what did he tell us before the game? He said, hey, who the basketball gods say that? He said, well, I don't say that. I said, wait a minute, you're supposed to be the basketball god.
19-12, Michigan State leading Duke midway through the first half here at Cameron Indoor Stadium, all part of the ACC Big Ten Challenge presented by 989 Sports.
Duke 5-0 in the ACC Big Ten Challenge has been a dominant force. 5-0 beating Illinois 99 and 2000 in Iowa, Ohio State, and Michigan State last year.
And Dick, tomorrow night ESPN's coverage of the ACC Big Ten Challenge continues with a fantastic doubleheader. Number 1 Wake, number 3 Illinois, 2 outstanding backcourts. And then at 9 Eastern, you and I will be in Bloomington as North Carolina takes on Indiana, the ACC Big Ten Challenge presented by 989 Sports. Redick in a groove early. He's got 8.
I'll tell you, if Indiana's going to challenge North Carolina, they're going to need a quick performance out of Quincy Wright. 2 of the great programs in the history of college basketball. You think about the Tar Heels and the Hoosiers. They have great fans down here in Bloomington. I'm looking forward to going down there.
Me too. And Mike Davis feels he's got a couple of talented freshmen and a couple more coming in next year. Some transfers as well. You're looking at J.J. Redick, 8 points already tonight as Paul Davis comes back in now for State. J.J. Redick, by the way, has reportedly dropped 25 pounds from a year ago, feeling that he got worn out at the end of last season.
He was solid as a rock. I tapped him in the stomach.
Over and back on Michigan State. Another turnover. Tapped. You gave him a solid right jab right to the midsection.
Oh, he took it like a man.
You can see a little bit of a difference there.
He's a little wider last year. Nice trim this year. He should have a big year. In fact, if Duke's going to be successful, 3 guys have to score big for him, and that's Williams, Ewing, and Leonard.
Redick from 215 reportedly down to 190. Sheldon Williams has it knocked away. For more on JJ, down to Doris.
Well, it was a season of running.
Draws a foul.
Are you serious where he shot that 3? He shot that from downtown Raleigh. He shot that from Herb Sendik's living room. I mean, are you kidding me? Freezes. Look at the line back here. I mean, that's unbelievable. He shot that from Herb Sendik's living room parlor. I mean, I'm calling Herb tomorrow. He had a big win the other day.
Beat Purdue last night, 60-53. Julius Hodge, one of your all Rolls Roycers, right?
Well, he's Mr. Versatility. He does it all. They got Tony Bethel, a transfer out of Georgetown.
8-0 snapped as Anderson makes the free throw. Tom Izzo thinks that Anderson not having to play the point at all this year, now that Hill and Neitzel should do it, is really going to free up Anderson. You know, he's never averaged 10 points per game in his career because he's had to worry about so many different positions, so many different jobs per game so far this season. Neitzel has gone back out right now, so Chris Hill will be the point. Torbert is still in the game, along with Ager, who they think might have a breakout season, and Anderson.
Torbert was a big-time recruit, was Player of the Year in USA Today. Had struggled throughout his career, up and down with his shot. Playing really well off the bench.
And he'll go to the line as well.
One of my favorite players. He has been a brilliant performer with Duke. There he is now with a little dribble move. Great penetration, squares the body. Good arc, good rotation. Nothing but nylon. Counted. Played with T.J. Ford in high school. What a combination they must have been. Also, I believe the kid Taylor was on that team as well.
Taylor, I think you're right.
Wow, what a high school team they must have had.
Ewing averaging better than 18 points per game through the first 3 games of the season, and he has made 12 threes already. Another guy who could have a monster year.
I really believe for Duke to be effective, to be able to win, they have to get at least 55 points a night in big games from their big three. Williams, Ewing, and Reddick.
Anderson swinging on Melchior. Davis, baseline jumper not there. Duke looking to run. They got numbers.
Give it back.
Ewing trying to climb the back of Williams. As Neitzel, I believe, got a fingertip on that pass and messed up the 4-on-1.
That was a poor job of attacking the basket. Mike Krzyzewski's going to be very upset. Right now, all you got to do is drop a bounce pass and you got a layup. Trying to make the spectacular play, trying to make the flashy play. Didn't need that at all. Just drop the bounce pass and you got a fundamental layup.
Duke back within 1 after that big run by Michigan State. 9 minutes left, first half here in Durham. Anderson baseline, driving on Melchior, left hand, good. 7 now for Allen Anderson.
They've been around forever. Hill, Anderson, they seem like they have been around forever.
With Bagrakis as well, they've got 4 seniors in their top 9. Sheldon Williams could not come up with a pretty good-looking bounce pass there from Daniel Ewing. 6th turnover committed by Duke.
As Duke with that high post screen, they use that big high screen. They're going to play it a little differently than Michigan State. They're going to use, according to the term that Izzo utilized, feather it, send it out wide, fan it out wide, rather than allow them to make the turn.
Both of these coaches feeling this was the game where they would really find out a lot about their team, because the level of competition has not been that high. The toughest test either team faced was Duke against a very good Davidson team that went and won at Missouri.
Hey, are you ready for this? Davidson got beat badly by St. Joe's, the team we had against Kansas.
We lost to Kansas by 40.
I told you St. Joe's could be a factor in the Atlantic 10 because the Atlantic 10 doesn't have a dominant team this year. All of those teams can beat each other. I really believe that St. Joe's and Temple can get their share of wins.
Interesting story. In addition to his ability, he's ambidextrous. Anger, and we've got a held ball situation. It's going to go over to Duke.
Hey, really interesting. If Coach K wins 21 more games this year, he'll have a record for most wins by a coach in his first 30 seasons. Pete Smith has it now at 7-17. Coach K's at 6-9-7.
A heavyweight matchup here in Durham, all part of the ACC Big Ten Challenge presented by 989 Sports. Florida State has defeated Minnesota. It's now 3-0 for the ACC, which has won this challenge each of the previous 5 years it's been held. And the most lopsided win was last year when they won 7 of the 9 games.
You know, we have 7 teams right now. When you talk about the ACC, are in the top 25. They have 7 teams. Unbelievable. Watch Virginia. They have been an early season surprise team. Sean Singletary, Devin Smith, Elton Brown. I really believe Peter Dillon's club is going to be steady all year long. They need a point guard play, and they're going to get it this year from Singletary.
The foul on Torbert, his first. St. Duke to the line with the 1-and-1, but DeMarcus Nelson missed the front end. Reddick misses the 3. Backstein Neitzel, nice dish inside. Torbert up and in.
Nice play by Torbert down to the low box, but a great look by Neitzel.
That's what's so impressive about him. He's a natural righty who now shoots most of his jump shots with the left hand, but fires bullet passes on the run with his right hand.
I like that word.